I now call upon Mr. Ashok Verghese, Director, Hindustan Institute of Technology and Science, to introduce the guest of honor, Shri S. Somanath, Chairman, ISRO, Secretary, Department of Space.
I am profoundly delighted to introduce the guest of honor, Shri S. Somanath, who is popularly known as the rocket technologist and Indian aerospace engineer. He completed his B.Tech in mechanical engineering in 1985. His master's was in aerospace engineering, dynamics and control from the Indian Institute of Science in 1995. Shri Somnath joined the Vikram Sarabhai Space Center in the year 1995 as the project manager of the Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle, PSLV. In the year 2010, he assumed the position of project director of the Geosynchronous Launch Vehicle, GSLV. He has held the portfolio of Deputy Director for Propulsion and Space Ordnance Structure Entity. In the beginning of 2015, he was designated as the Director of the Liquid Propulsion System Center and then rose to the position of Director of ISRO. Currently, Shri Somnath is the Chairman of ISRO and Secretary, Department of Space, Government of India. In all his designations, Shri Somnath has made noteworthy contributions in the field of aerospace engineering and rocket technology. Under his able leadership, the Vikram Sarabhai Space Center achieved significant feats like crew escape system, demonstration through the pad abort test, launch of GSLV, Chandrayaan-2, launch of the 50th PSLV, and many more. In addition to this, he has also mentored the development of the Small Satellite Launch Vehicle, SSLV, with various innovative technologies and production methodologies for cost and time optimization. Sir, you have motivated the youth of this nation through your dedication and determination. I request Shri S. Somnath to enlighten our graduates with his words of true wisdom. Thank you.
I invite the guest of honor, Shri Somnath, Chairman, ISRO, Secretary, Department of Science, Government of India, to deliver the special address and acceptance speech.
Good morning, all of you. Honorable Madam Chancellor, Dr. Mrs. Elizabeth Verghese, Pro-Chancellor, Dr. Anand Chakka Verghese, Chief Guest, Dr. M. Ravichandran, special guest today, Right Reverend Joseph Ma Barnabas Suffragan Metropolitan, and the guest, Chief Guest and Guest of Honor for the sessions to follow, Lord Waverley and Dr. Yeshwathandu Pillai, and Dr. Kanakar Sabhabadi Subramaniam, the directors of HITS, the graduating students of Hindustan Institute of Technology and Science. My greetings to each one of you on the occasion of this convocation, the 13th Convocation of HITS. I would like to thank the Institute for honoring me with this D.Litt honoris causa and also to join in appreciation of the same done to Dr. Right Reverend Joseph Ma Barnabas Metropolitan. And I deemed it as a great honor for me and all for the space community to be honored at HITS specifically. Why I say this is, many years back, Dr. B.C.G. Verghese dreamt of something and we see the result here today as an institution to look at the aeronautics as one domain which has to be developed in this country. And for his passion for aircrafts and automobiles, and the passion for engineering in these two domains created this institution. And now we are seeing many more domains coming up and very large number of graduates coming out of this institution. It's a great thing to see. And also very happy to inaugurate today the new satellite building laboratory or the space lab, as you call, or I believe that's the name that you are going to give, to unveil its plate today, and later we are going to visit there. It's just a right move at this time when the space sector is really booming with new actions. There is no better time to live than today. That's what I have been reading about. Probably I have not lived in days before, so I have to talk about only present days. No, as we understand the nature of the evolution of the humanity, I find that today is one of the best times in the history of humanity to live, especially people in the domain of science and technology. It is because the growth of science and technology is really moving really fast than that we can really fathom. to understand what way it's leading to. The government recently was looking at how the next 25 years should be and what we should envision for the country to be when we become 100 years post-independence. And the Honorable Prime Minister, when this presentation was telling that it is very difficult to foresee the future because the technology is moving at much faster pace, and whatever we decide, whatever we plan for today will never be the thing that will happen. And there are many other aspects that goes around us which will actually disrupt the entire way we look at technology and the growth of science and in the whole world. For example, the pandemic. Nobody expected that a pandemic will come and will disrupt the entire thing. Nobody expected a war in Ukraine and Russia will also disrupt the way we worked in science and technology area. And we will never ever expect that we will have the artificial intelligence will change the way we look at the whole of education, science, engineering, and our careers, etc., etc. Even the devices that we handle will really get transformed into something that we will never ever imagined. So it's a very exciting time to look for what is there in store for us for the next 25 years. And that is excitement keeps us in space as well. We people working in space and building rockets, satellites, and applications. It's an exciting time. Because the conventional mechanism of building all of this are changing very, very fast. You may be seeing it. The rockets are now flying in so many numbers. This year itself, you would have seen that in the whole of the world, almost 100 plus launches have taken place. It is unprecedented. It has never happened before. And the number of satellites that are going to orbit are increasing in day by day, and they are projecting that it will be in 3,000, 2,000 numbers of satellites will be launched in the days to come. And we never expected that low communication directly to a device from satellite will ever be possible. But that has become a reality. And that too, the type of data rate that you are able to get in your devices, seeing the world, conducting education, doing business and doing design collaboratively through the internet and the communication backbone that is existing in the world. And all of these are very disrupting ideas. And beyond this, we see the way the humanity is also taking shape in various other domains like the biotechnology and all those domains Dr. Ravichandran just now mentioned about them. So for you, the people who are graduating now, I think whatever you learned here, whatever you are trained here will become within no time irrelevant. And probably whatever you have learned may never ever be used in your life in the future. But what you learned is to learn future. Whenever you need something to be learned, that you are now being trained, capable to handle that, and then equip yourself to understand how the whole transformation will take place and how you yourself can equip yourself to handle those transformation. So I will only tell you that today, when you graduate out of this institute, you should all look at what you should be, how you should be in shaping your career with this changing world. I will suggest that you become a T-shaped personality. This T-shaped personality is somebody who has a horizontal bar and a vertical bar. A vertical bar is one which defines you as an expert in some domain. I think all of you are being called an engineer in this such and such a domain, or you are a PhD holder in this domain. But it will also be looking at how big is your horizontal bar, how much is your breadth of understanding of other domains. And I will tell you that the value of you will only increase if you become deeper in your subject domain, but also wider in your breadth of understanding of various other elements that makes systems and mechanisms and institutions that will work for making something happen. For example, people like us who have been working in rockets, I am a mechanical engineer, but I had the fortune to build a rocket. But a rocket is never a mechanical engineering product alone. It's a combination of so many types of technologies and sciences that finally makes a product like a rocket. And for us to understand it, it takes many years. It takes to assimilate the knowledge and skill of thousands of people to build something like this. It's a very complex process. So first and foremost, that you should develop a quality of respecting domains other than yours. Just by developing the skill to respect others, that you will actually learn a little bit of that. And if you can really get to know, let it be the civil engineering, some of them who graduated here, you can also learn a little bit of electronics. You can also learn a little bit of mechanical engineering, also chemical engineering, also handling people, and also understand a little bit of economics, little bit of law, and little bit of policy, and the world affairs. I think all of this together makes a perfect person to handle complex problems of tomorrow's world. I think this is what an institutions make a person out of. I believe once you graduate from here, continue to remain as a student. And I believe the domain that we are representing, I think today we are inaugurated the satellite building. I think this is one of the excellent area where a multidisciplinary domain can be explored by people of interest, where mechanical engineering, electronics engineering, computer programming, dynamics, complex, the interactions with the various, material sciences, etc., comes into play. It's a real true world of multidisciplinary engineering. When Dr. B.C.G. Varghese thought about an aeronautical course to come here, I think it is transforming itself in an aerospace course in the days to come, where the space become an integral part of the entire life of human beings. I think there is no escape from it. I think for that point of view, let me thank the institution, the kids, for honoring people like me coming from space sector, and also person who is coming from the divine sector to be on the same boat to be awarded this Doctor of Honoris Causa. Thank you so much, and great days for HITS.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.